Unit 10, Brain Drain.
Do skilled Africans have the moral obligation to remain and work in Africa?
I believe those with skills should be encouraged and rewarded to stay, work, and raise their families in Africa. When that happens, a large middle class will be created. Then, a true renaissance will occur.
Should skilled African immigrants be required to return to Africa?
I believe controlling immigration will be very difficult. Instead, I recommend the United Nations impose a brain gain tax upon those nations benefiting from the brain drain.
I wonder, is brain drain a form of modern slavery?
By the end of the 21st century, people will have different sensibilities and will describe it as modern-day slavery. In the 19th century, which was an agricultural age, the U.S. economy needed strong hands to pick cotton, and the young and strong were forced into slavery. In the 21st century, which is an information age, the U.S. economy needs persons with extraordinary ability, and the best and brightest are lured with green card visas. Africans who are illiterate or HIV positive are automatically denied American visas.
Do you believe that the brain drain can be reversed?
This is what I'm concerned with. As I always say, brain drain is a complex and multi-dimensional problem that can be reversed into brain gain. India is now reversing its brain drain and turning it into brain gain. I believe Africa can do the same, but unless we reverse it, the dream of an African renaissance will remain vague.
Why have you lived in the United States for 30 continuous years?
Africa has bitten at my soul since I left. My roots are still in Africa. My house is filled with Africana, food, paintings, music, and clothes to remind me of Africa. I long to visit the motherland, but I must confess that when Africa called me to return home, I couldn't answer that call. The reason is that I work on creating new knowledge that could be used to redesign supercomputers. The most powerful supercomputers cost $120 million each, and Nigeria could not afford to buy me one.
Can you tell me what your last word to African governments is?
Finally, I would like to say that millions of high-tech jobs can be performed from Africa, but may instead be lost to India. We must identify the millions of jobs that will be more profitable when transferred from the United States to Africa. Doing so will enable us to create a brain drain from the United States and convert it to a brain gain for Africa.
Thank you, Dr. Phillips, for accepting to do this interview.
My pleasure.